Welcome to Day Trading for Success, where the professor, a former math teacher turned full-time trader and coder, guides beginners on how to trade for a living using proven strategies, breakthrough indicators, and lessons from essential trading books. The professor isn't a licensed financial advisor. Always consult a pro before diving into any strategies or demos you see here. Start smart, practice in a simulator, stick to a solid day trading plan, and don't forget to log every trade. Your profits will start with preparation. Thank you for allowing us to share in your journey. Please remember to subscribe, comment, give a thumbs up, and click that notification bell so you can be the first to receive more of our great content.
Hey, good morning, everybody. This is the professor with Day Trading for Success. I'm here with a group of people on Zoom and live streaming. You can see me live streaming every morning. Just put on your notifications and you'll see when I come on. I've been trading in the mornings. I might try a little later in the day. I didn't end up getting a power hour in this week because I was going to do it today and I have an afternoon appointment. But anyway, put on your notifications. What you're looking at here is a Thinkorswim layout. This is a 1-minute chart that I'll be trading on. We've got the news down here. This is a daily chart down here. It has the ATR special levels marked, the RV and the whole ATR, overall volume, how much per 1-minute candle. So I know right away when I come to the stock that it's got the volatility that I need, liquidity I need is the better way to say that. This is the active trader, level 2, 15-minute chart, 5-minute 10-day, 5-minute 2-day, a 30-minute, a 1-hour, and a 4-hour, all reduced. So this can seem very, very confusing unless you start to get into watching some of the videos. You don't need to have this complicated of a layout. This market is going to open in about 5 minutes. I'll be doing what they call quarterbacking, calling the ball, but I'm not a licensed financial advisor, so you should obviously seek the advice of someone licensed before you try to emulate anything you see here. Some of the other indicators that you, like on this chart right here, I have the EMA 9, 20, and then the SMA based on the daily chart, a 50, 100, and 200, the VWAP. I have the ATR, multiple range will populate once the market opens. The candle tracker up here, which is very, very useful. It shows you the average of the last candles, what that total average is, and how much you should go up or down, and the spread. Also have the market magnet. It's kind of in the middle here, these arrows. You'll see me use that and show you how that works. That's basically the volume profile, but tweaked to show you in the moment what's going on. Time alignment. That's what these lines going up are, vertical lines, showing you the different time frames that people trade, which are the 5-minute, 15-minute, 30-minute, 1-hour, and 4-hour charts. And knowing when the crowd trades, because more people trade on larger time frames, is very, very helpful when you're in the micro data of trying to pick your trade. You also have the buy-sell oscillator and the whole and half dollar, which will populate, and the MACD. I just noticed the buy-sell oscillator popped up an arrow here, and there's the MACD telling you it's going to go down, telling you it's going to go up. I usually use the buy-sell oscillator to get out. The arrows literally tell you. These are prop firm, designed for prop firm training, new traders. Really, really helpful stuff if you don't have them. And then, of course, the Scalp Pro meter, you'll get like 7 or 8 different ones of these if you got that from the $1 Million Margin Club. Very, very helpful. So that's why you might see crowded things here. On a strategy, I usually mark out the fibs based on Day Trading Volume 1. If you don't own that book, I recommend you get it. You do a 10-day fib. Remember, Fibonacci levels are always marked from left to right. They can be high to low or low to high, but always left to right. From the high low, you snap the line, and then these levels come in and they give you support and resistance levels. So I did, the yellow one is on a 10-day 5-minute, and the pink lines are on a 2-day 5-minute. They're going to create channels with ceilings and floors that help us decide, again, where are other people trading? They're going to trade at whole and half dollar levels. This is showing you, this is the market pulse. It shows you the overall market, QQ, SPY, TLT, and UVXY. This is really handy to know what's going on here. This is showing you whether you're in a trend. I mean, these are really helpful indicators, so I recommend you at least, now you can figure out all this data on your own. This is just when you're trying to make quick decisions. We're going to be doing the scalp and recoil strategy today. So what that means is really, and we're only trying to make about $100. When a stock goes quickly one way, we call that the strike. And it almost always recoils. It doesn't keep striking. It recoils. And then so when it goes one way, you hit the buy or sell to go the opposite way for a short period of time, seconds usually, unless it's really working for you, then you can hold it. But the strike and recoil is meant to go pretty quickly, and it's another word for that is called scalping. I'm just trying to make it seem easier. So we're scalping today. Okay, so if you're following along. Now we do have scanners that kicked off. This is our consolidation one. This is one that I coded, and it has all the things that we need to find the good stocks. This is another one. This is based on the volume, and I coded that one too. And these are all available if you didn't get them for free already. And then here's another one that is, this is based on the 50K per minute that it's going to move. Different price, more of a mid-cap one. And then I have a watch list as well. We're going to get into reading the bias, but let's watch the market open for a minute. Actually, let me get to MU for that so we can really. Now, I don't recommend that you trade here at all on this. Market's about to open in 28 seconds. I do not recommend at all that you take a trade on the first, even the first 15 minutes. So if you see me do it, I'm recommending you don't do it. I just want to make sure I get that out, okay? Particularly on a stock like this. So we're going to have our share size very, very low today. There, see the whole and half dollar populated. Our ATR levels populated too. There's the high and low of the RV. Now look at, you're going to see this move. See how many dollars that just went through in a split second? That would have been like $100 trade in a split second there. And it could go the other way too. So that's why you have to be so careful. Stock like this, it can hop right over if you've set your trade on a ladder. Many of you don't know. That's not an automatic. It can hop right over it when it moves that fast. You learn that when you momentum trade. Thinking about getting in this, guys. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead, pick me up, see if it's going to hurt me bad. It could hurt me bad here, so you got to be careful. Or I could make $76 in a split second. So that was a highly risky trade because I had no data that was going to go up. So when people say trading is gambling, that was gambling. So what I have data on knowing is it's going to go back and forth. So if it went against me, I would have had to say maybe $200 is all I want to lose, if it just kept going the wrong way. But if it goes back and forth, then I wait for the green. Now, of course, if I'd waited longer, I'd have $200 right now. So, but that was just a total chance. So I just wanted to do a quick scalp. And I kind of just want to stay away from it now and count my blessings. I got my little thrill out on that one. What we really want to do is we want to wait for a consolidation. That's what I'm combining. I guess what's different about when I call it the strike and recoil, what's different about it, calling it just scalping, is I'm combining the RV strategy from Day Trading Volume 1, which is a large cap strategy based on a $25 billion minimum market cap stock, right? Where you see the ATR range, high and low, and you expect that stock to move up and down throughout the day in that ATR range. If it breaks through it, the average true range over a 14-day period, that's what the ATR is. If it breaks through it, then it's trending, and you can't really count on the consolidation, which means back and forth. Maybe you can ride it one way or the other if you like to short. A lot of people won't short, but say it's going up long, yeah, you could get lucky, and then you could look at the Fibonacci levels and the SMAs and see where might it stop, whole and half dollars. You could do that. You could ride a trend. I do it sometimes. But the essence of the RV strategy is kind of taking scalping and giving it a range rather than just in the micro. So, you're trading large caps, which I'm not even going to give a percentage of time, but often will retrace back and forth. So if you make a mistake, you often have an opportunity to get out of that situation. So, like, let's take this stock here. So, NVIDIA, which let me read our, we put together every day how overall is going to happen. So, today. So, SPY is supposed to be bearish. QQQ is bearish. AMD is bearish. NVIDIA is bullish. Interesting. So, this one's going up while the other stuff's going down. Palantir bearish. MSTR bearish. Apple neutral. Tesla bearish. I really don't think so. I think Tesla's going to go up, but let's see. MU is bullish, which we were on a minute ago, and I made the $75 on. Coinbase neutral. These are ones that hit the scanners, guys. That's what I'm reading. Oracle neutral. Alphabet, Google bearish. Broadcom, Avco is bullish. TSMC is neutral. Amazon is bearish. That had bad news today. Netflix neutral. Alibaba, that's BABA, is bearish. And so these hit the scanners, and then also it's based on, what else is being. What are the people that are giving the what do you call it? The big brokerage, whether they're calling you, they're setting their goals for these stocks. God, why can't I think this morning? Anyway, it's taking all that into account. So grain of salt, whether you want to believe any of that. But I will use it. I'll go back and forth to see if I'm trading a stock. Do I want to keep it? So it has been correct about NVIDIA. Right now, when you hear something like that go off, that's just the indicators telling me what's going on. And what that was, that we hit a trend. So it's interesting how it says trend down, but the old-fashioned phone ring. Let's stay on this for a minute. Now, normally to get that consolidating channel trading, so there is your ATR high already. Is that true? Yeah, there's the RV. So that would then be a trend. It's probably going to stop it. You can see so many people respect that. Stopped it dead, turned it around. It's making a tweezer move. Day trading volume 2, guys, the candlestick pattern playbook. Make sure you have some sort of a pattern book. I like that one best because it rates them. You want to see what these little moves make, but if you've been around and listened to me talk, I don't give it much weight on a 1-minute chart till we get like 15 minutes in or so, any of these patterns. There's just too much shenanigans going on. Market preloaded market orders. See, this is what happened yesterday, right? It came down. I bought a dip, trading it biased. I got it at 175, kind of at that price, I think, 78. Then it went all the way down, and I added to the position until I had 200 shares, and I was down like $800 before it came back and recovered. It was painful. I held it into a swing yesterday. Ended up being green. Every day we've made our goal. When I say we, I mean me, and then the people that trade with me here. I don't know how everybody's doing out there in the. I know how the Zoom people are doing, but I don't know how the streaming people are doing. So I'm waiting, boring, waiting till I can get this kind of consolidation action that is finding a floor and a ceiling, a floor and a ceiling. And then when I trade it carefully. If it breaches the channel, either one, like, do I get out? Do I ride it? Depending on which way I was in on it. It's just too soon to call any of these. Let's see what Apple's doing now that I have this chart all set up the way I like it. Go back to a mess. So Apple stopped dead. Wow, this is actually a pretty good one because, well, they both stopped at the ATR. So I think Apple we read wasn't Apple neutral? Apple, yeah, neutral on it as far as intraday, which is all I'm talking about. So it broke this. Wow. Now it's got a. So neutral stocks usually do give us the up and down channeling. So you want to look over here and make sure that in 10 or 15 seconds we're moving 10 or 15 cents so that we at least get it's close. It's moving to, there it was, 70 cents. Yeah, it moved 15 cents. Hit that for a split second there. So this is a tradable stock for scalping. You don't have too high a share size because it's more expensive, but that's what we trade here. And wow, it's really making a move, guys. And this is pretty high for Apple. So yeah, we've got a new high. Is that daily high? No, 288. It's got a ways to go. That fib is actually marking a turnaround level. So it's something to keep an eye on. It just broke it. Wow, it looks like it just flew up. Is it still going up? I'd kind of like to get into a dip here and trade this one. We are now 9 minutes in. If it gets closer to 279, I might give it a shot. But it's... I'm going to go ahead and get in there. So I'm going to try to take that for a short ride. And we got 19 bucks out of that. So that was a strike and a recoil. It struck down and then it recoiled. And that's how simple that was. But had I held it, it would have hurt me. So, right, because it kept going down. I had it at 11 cents, I think, or somewhere around there. It's right at that ATR, though. So I got to tell you, I should have just already got in right there. Yeah, there you already had the move there. Look at that trade had I got in there. I was busy explaining that, hitting that ATR. So this may do what we call the escalator strategy, where it bangs against the ATR, then takes off. It tested it once. You'd like to see it ride it a couple times and then burst out. So I would trade this long bias right now until it shows otherwise. This is a tradable stock here. So let's see if we can get a dip. Now we can also go short, but then you're not really trading long bias, but you get a chance for the recoil either way. You just can't overstay your welcome if you're going long bias. You better just, even if it's just like $5, you might want to just get out. They add up, guys. Those little trades will add up in a big way. Let me move this. I have a whole bunch of screens around me, so I'm taking my OBS over to this screen, which you just saw go by. Just so I can see what's happening better. All right, so it's also using the fib a little bit here, which is good to have the level. And then that's the whole dollar right there. The 280 is, wow. We tapped it twice. I'd love to see a bigger dip down in here so we can ride it back up. Then if it broke through the ATR, I'd get out. Now we have a little bit of a cushion to make a mistake. We made our goal today already because of the other trade, but that was kind of a wild trade. So I steered away from that, but you'll see me do those MU with like 500 shares and make $10,000 and so fast. So, depends on what you can afford, what your risk level is. You always want to have a day trading plan and with a maximum loss per trade and a maximum loss per day, and you want to stick to it. I needed a bigger dip. Break down to that ATR. Of course, it's a double-edged sword, right? Because when it goes that far, you're like, well, just keep going. It just could keep going. So you have to be prepared for it to keep going. Looks like it's stalling here around the 30. Oh, wow, 15 cents, 18 cents, 14 cents on the, I'm looking at the bid. Yeah, I already had a recoil there. I didn't pick it up. Can it go? I'm going to try to get it. What did I get it at? I got it at 14. I don't want to overstay this because it looks like it's dropping. So, give me any kind of a decent $3 is not enough. Come on. A little bit more than that. Come on. Come on. You want to go up. Yeah, it seems like it's going to fade, right? Let me look at the Scalp Pro. I'm just going to get out. Try to get out there. Did I not get out? Oh, I didn't push. The ass didn't go through. I thought I pushed it. All right. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. So I didn't. I just wanted to get out for a small gain and then try to get back in down here. All right. So if it doesn't hold this, I'm just going to take the loss here. I'm not going to average in to this. Come on. Come on. There I am. There I am. 33. 33. There we go. It wasn't much. It started to move a little funky, so I just wanted to get out and reassess. There's the buy-sell oscillator moving it down. So we've had 3 good trades, 100%. Seems like that fib turned it around, or this 50 cent buy-sell oscillator says. Now that's based on relative strength index, that indicator, and that's no joke. It's like I had an email. I don't know how you know this stuff. It'll take me years to learn what you're learning now. It doesn't, guys. Anybody, you just put your head down and study a little bit. Watch my videos. The Bohemian students that did so well, they just said by watching the archive videos, they learned so fast because I talk through every trade. I talk through everything I see. You're not going to find that on most channels because they don't even live trade. And if they do, they don't know how to MC it, which is what they call in our world live commentary. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying look, people learn. I know many people prefer to read, and it's the only way they learn. I really like to watch and listen. I learn way better. I do read, but so it's a different way you want it. Maybe it's better to get some of the books, the $1 Million Margin Club books, or the Tom Hogarth, Best Loser Wins, or Mark Douglas, Trading in the Zone, or, I have links to a bunch of really good books. So we're right in the middle, so I can't really trade this. This is probably a good time to see what's going on here. Okay, so this NVIDIA is now up $4. Palantir's even money. Amazon is up because it kind of did its dip. AMD is way up. Thank God. I got a swing on that on another account. I almost averaged into that when it was down to 189, but I just said, wait it out. Again, it's going to go up. It was 260 a week ago, and now it's 204. I mean, it's stupid the way that the emotion of the market. Because the need for chips hasn't changed, so that's why that's what I call stupid. MU's now up $5. Tesla's up $6. How they said Tesla was going to go down, I said I didn't believe it. There it goes, $6 up. I'm looking at the scanner that I coded. This is it right here. So I can quickly see the open and the mark and then see how many dollars it's up. This also has the spread, which I coded into it, which is very, very handy. And then what's the share size, on a 1 minute candle, so that you know that you're getting the liquidity to make your scalps. So that's why you need a special scanner that's going to give you this information. It's not just every large cap, how do they move? So trading's boring. I'm rambling on. It stopped right in what I would consider to be the channel here, right in the middle. So it's a recipe for me to make a bad trade. I need it to be at one end near a ceiling or near a floor to get in. And if I'm trading at long biased, which I still am, you can see right now, on a 5 minute, so don't lose track in the micro data here. It's definitely long, but that's what we call a rickshaw, man, on a 5 minute. That's a sign for a reversal right at that fib level. These fib levels are no joke because everybody sets them up the same way. You're trading with the crowd. What are they going to do? Oh, that's a resistance. Get out. Sell. Go short. So, and that's what happened. I mean, it won't happen every time, but it's just a little bit more data to help you decide. Then you look at volume. This is showing you inside the 1 minute candle. That's why this is such an amazing indicator, showing the strength of it as it moves. Apple's a really safe stock to trade. See how slow it's moving? It's just, we're now 18 minutes in, 3 minutes after when I would recommend that it's okay to trade the scalp and recoil, about 15 minutes into the market. Now we're on the New York Stock Exchange, East Coast of the United States. And all the big strategies like the RV strategy and such start a half hour after market opens. Is that going to hit down again? Now that was it. Damn. I thought the way that went down, I thought we were going to get it, really another opportunity, but that just tapped it and took off. It was a 58 cent trade in a split second there. $25. Boom. Wow. So now I'm thinking to go short up here as it gets near the 80. I'm going to go ahead and see if I get that. Tried to get in right at 80 cents. It needs to pick me up. It's twice it's hit 80, but not pick me up. The recoil is getting weaker, so I'm going to get out of that trade and try to get it higher now. 80, there's 81. Well, it looks like it is going to fade. Damn! 2 trades I missed. Yep, 40 cent trade right there. Didn't pick me up. I don't know if you noticed, but I was here moving back and forth. It hit it once and then didn't pick me up. We have fairly low share size compared to what's being traded here. So I look at the ask when I'm trying to get in this way, but the spread's so tight that, I could just do market. That's how they make their money, Charles Schwab's own little dark pool. But they'll fill me. Wow. There we go. I got it at 86. Now is it gonna just wreck me here and keep going? I'm looking for a recoil now. Let's get a recoil back down. Way down there. Come on. Come on. Bigger than that. Let's get a bigger recoil. Come on. Bigger recoil. $4. We did not take this trade to make $4. I could have made money. The longer it takes, the scarier that it's done, the most recoil it's going to do. And you should have just taken it, right? It should just be, it needs to fade off the 280 here. Come on. 280 is the high. Oh, not good. All right, so now I've got to make a choice pretty soon here. We'll get very quiet. Yeah, I should have just gone for the $4. Here we go. Apple's really making a move, guys. Now I could go in and get my get up to closer to 280 if I added up to 50 shares. This is the trap, right? That it keeps going and then you suddenly nice and red. Wanted to go long biased, and here I am doing against my own better judgment. If I do add, I'm going to add on market so it adds fast. That would get me right around 280 still. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. I'm at 280.11. And I'll buy out to get out on a move. I'm just trying to make it a lesser loss, but it could backfire on me here. So let's see. I was only in 1/3 of my position. Looking for a big dip now. It's almost like not a recoil anymore. So I was at 29. So I made $12. I could have held it longer, but I was out of the strategy there. I was just doing moves to save myself that scalpers will do when you call it wrong. I really only want to trade long biased on this if I keep trading it. That was my unwillingness to take a loss. So I took a chance and it paid off. Might not have though, so you've always got to remember that. Now I run at about 90% accuracy. On this strategy, RV strategy, I'm 90, 91%. On this strategy, I'm more like 80, sometimes in the 70% range, but 80, 85 maybe. So I have the confidence to do stuff like that. Sometimes that can be the kiss of death, to have such confidence. Okay. You know, nobody, no matter what they tell you, nobody really knows what's going to happen. Nobody knows. You know, we can take some pretty educated guesses so it's not gambling anymore. That's why I like these indicators. And all the indicators are doing what you should be able to figure out on your own. You don't need any indicators. So people say, oh, you're tired of all the indicators? Well, that means either they're lying, which is highly likely, or they read the data without needing indicators, because it's all here for us to read if you just look at it. It's just that it's way easier to just have somebody tell you on the screen like, hey, you know. So that's why indicators are better. But there's no magic formula as to, you know, you will win on this stock if you buy this indicator, you know. No such thing. So now is 280 the low. Okay, so market magnets coming in. You see that? So let's talk about that for a second. I'm going to go in because of that. Can I get picked up in time? The magnet just sprang up. That's like a springboard. So it's going to pop this up. Please pick me up, pick me up, pick me up, pick me up. Cancel. Too long to pick me up. Magnet went back down. Yeah, because it's a springboard, it did go up, but not as much as I would like to have seen it go up. So this is price volume that's just happened. This is the mean center of it. So all these people have taken trades in here. They already have them. They own them, short or long. So that is the crowd in real time. And if it's above the magnet, it usually pulls it up, the price action up. Usually, not always. And it might take a minute, you know, it might take 60, you know, 30, 60 seconds. But I got out just because it was acting a little funky, so I didn't stay in that potential of getting in that trade. It's a little breakdown going on here. We hit a little bit of a flat top here. This level is right around 35-ish, 34. I smooth. That's what they call smoothing. You just hit across the candles, kind of pick an average and make a level. May or may not be respected. If it comes back and taps it and goes down, we have a new ceiling. Just that simple. That you only respect until it breaks it. You know, then you stop respecting it. Buy-sell oscillator. Okay, that's the relative strength index. That is a rickshaw man. That's a reversal sign here, saying that this has gone down enough and it's going to go back up if you read your patterns, if you know how to read your patterns. The candlestick pattern playbook, guys. But it didn't do it. Like I said, it might do it. Wow, I'm going to go ahead and take that. Can it pick me up? That's at 36. Oh, come on. Too long. Too long for the recoil. You know, I'm out. Yep, because it blew past it. It would have picked me up. I would have made it. I would have made the money. Yeah, too bad. But I just don't like it when it doesn't pick me up. Is it going to go all the way down to that 279, that ATR? It's breaking the fib on the 5-minute. You see it's that 50-cent level. Whole dollars and half dollars, guy. You can't see the gray line because it's under the fib. It's like a double whammy here. Yep, that was it. That would have been a good trade, but I didn't get in. So this is the problem with using ask and bid, that you don't always get in. Sometimes it's better just to use the market and get a little bit worse position. So I've just been staying with this. I'm sure there's more exciting stocks. Yeah, $5 up on NVIDIA. That's really moving. What's Tesla look like? $7 up, man. Now, that's a risky stock, but it is interesting to maybe take. Why don't we go take a look at that? This is getting boring. I'm getting bored here. Never take a trade out of boredom. Okay, so I even have I have a trend line marked on Tesla here. I see that's from a day. That slightly angled red line is marked on a day. Let me see how I did that. Yeah. Now that's a pretty decent trend there if it hits that. And you can see, I see the 50 moving average up there. Right now, buyer's strong on the meter. We're above the ATR. Okay, so this has got a lot of stuff to read. We're right in the middle of the magnet. Let me lower this to 25 shares. Let me get an idea of how fast this is moving. No, we can do 50 shares on this. Okay. So each one of these is 50 cents. So that's $1, $1.50 range roughly. Here's your range, average range. That's what it's saying, to go down, go long. If you're going long, don't go over 50 cents to be safe. This is telling you when to get out. You don't need to listen to it, but it's just like a guidance. And you can see some of these. It was the larger range was on the down candles. 407 would be a buy for me. That was a bad. I didn't get out in time. Yeah, I didn't want 413. I didn't want 413. Oh boy. I mean, it's just pennies off what I wanted, but it can make a difference. Yeah, it seemed like it was coming down to go back up, but that doesn't mean it will. So Tesla's going to be much bigger numbers, much quicker. Risky stock to trade. Come on. Get up here. The point of no return is way down here. That's a lot of money on 50 shares, so ouch. Oh boy. Okay. So what do I want to call here? I have no problem holding this into a deeper move. There's a 5 minutes. 5 minutes starting. There we go. So I could have got out there, but I was looking for a real pop. Because the volume went up on the buyers, so it looks like it's about to move. Man, I don't like the way this is moving. I'm going to try to get out green. Just any green here. Reassess this. If I get an opportunity again to take a small green. It's just pounding down, so. Yeah, it's not recoiling proper for this. Instead, it's just hurting me, so. Should have got out. This is always the case with these, that there's a chance to get out and you don't take it. So. Now I'm deep. I'm down to the ATR. I'm going to go ahead and take a big chance, guys. Big chance here. Thrilling, exciting. Didn't pick me up. Taking too long. I'm getting out. Seems to be reversing course on us. Inquiry. Was that 10 a.m.? No. Oh, that was a story that just happened. Oh, I didn't see that. ATR turned it around, but that story is actually bad news for Tesla. So I did not see that. It happened 2 minutes ago, right when I went long, roughly, or as I was going long. I just want to get out of this trade. Yeah, I'll just sell market if it just gets up there. I might take a lesser loss here. It could fade right. There we go. Come on. One more pop. Need the prayer indicator. Got to get the prayer indicator. There is one. See, I held this because it looked like it was really going to pop. Yeah, okay, I'll just take that. $12. I got nervous. When 50 shares can make you nervous, it's exciting, huh? This story, it got me worried. I don't want to trade it because of that story, because I can't trust anything right now. You don't know how long it takes for people to see it, how big a story it's really going to be. See, this one is moving, just consolidating. Let's look here first. That was 8 cents. Moving roughly 4 to 8 cents. There's the range. So the question is how fast. Yeah, so it's definitely moving enough to trade, and for scalp and recoil, I mean. Let's set this one up. This one looks very calm. Has a high at the top of the market magnet here. It was just below 40 bucks. Would be a good spot to short. Let me just make sure the news stock drops. Historic crypto. Yeah, so this should be short biased, I would think. That didn't hit the scanners before, huh? Yeah, I don't have that on our readings. Nope, must not have hit the scanners. All right. Until now. All right, I'm going to look to go short up here, anywhere near the $40 range. This is actually close enough. I'm going to go ahead and take that. Wow, it took twice to fill that. That's not good. Where's our high? It's over here. It's not marked. Must be pre-market high then. I'll just take a small gain there, 11 bucks. So we're doing pretty good today. Let's see what we got. 141. So we're over what our goal was. It's not bad. What's our time? We got time, so I can trade a little longer into this. So short bias based on the news, which was not that long ago, 6 minutes ago, so 8 minutes ago. Yeah, missed the earnings. Really kind of surprised it's not going down more than this. Now, when you see these shadow wicks and algorithmic moves, your layout might not show this. I'm pretty sensitive and have a really high-speed computer, and even sometimes it doesn't even hit the price. You wouldn't be able to take opportunity. It's like somebody else in a high-frequency algorithm gets the opportunities to hit these prices. So just don't be concerned about that. This is real. This is really happening. It's not an illusion. I've heard it all. This arm, man, every time I work out, I keep tweaking it. It's got an injury that just won't go away. So today's Friday. I am planning to trade some next week, but I leave Wednesday for Mexico. So Monday might be my last day live trading for a week to 10 days, and then I'll be back. You'll see the Alan will put up the or Charlie will put up the streaming sort of video to get people ready that shows about the channel. So that'll run if you want to watch that. It's pretty long. It's like 5 hours long. It has a lot of information if you haven't seen it yet. So that'll be up while I'm gone. on a rotation, and then I'll come back and trade. In the meantime, read some of the books, or if you're not used to trade in a simulator. I don't want to go long, so I have to go short biased on this. So that looks like a really good support, but this could just really break down right now. This is fantastic churning. We like this. Again, it has a catalyst though, so the more I think about it, the more I don't feel comfortable trading this. What else can we get into? Geez, I haven't looked at Hood in a while. That's up $8 right now. Yeah, because crypto, remember I told you a couple days ago, crypto was at the bottom? Well, I was right. It wasn't really me. Somebody told me, but yeah, it's. I think it's making its move back up. A lot of my cryptos accounts are way down. I own a couple of Bitcoins, and I have a lot of money invested in Ripple, which is way down from where its high was. And I have an acquaintance that made $80 million on crypto. It happens. That was not me. That money was not shared with me. And now I hate him. No, I don't. Okay, so that's going to go up based on that reading. There it goes here inside the candle. There it goes there. I could have got on that. I'm just still not, I haven't fully assessed this one yet. Do I want 50 shares on this? So on Hood, I can go up to 250 shares and stay under margin on this account. Nice. That was a real move that was called out by this indicator before I even took, and the MACD said, now the buy-sell oscillator is saying turned around at like 8150 would be the high here. And really, it's done its range rise already. I wouldn't go short here, though. I want to see if it's going to swale back up, make a higher high, or if it stops for a lower low. What was Hood's bias today? That was not on the chart either. I thought for sure that was. Says weak bullish. That's what Charlie has here. I don't know. Well, you put it there. All right. Seems pretty strong bullish right now, doesn't it? I mean, it's way up. Yeah, it opened at $72 and it's all the way up to 81. Way down there. It kind of did hit a high here. I mean, it seems like that. I mean, it flat topped there quite a bit is what I mean by that. So this is probably a good spot to short if it gets up there again. This is straight up too, so it's kind of, it looks like it's overextending as it heads toward 82. So I will take a short at 82, and then if it gets to 82.50, I will decide whether to add or lick my wounds and take a loss. Yeah, it already faded off. Yeah, that did not call it right, the buy-sell oscillator. The MACD called it right. Based on EMA, this is based on relative strength. And this is your target. These arrows are from your range target. Now they put arrows, I put arrows on these because I designed these for Thinkorswim to help the new traders for prop firms not even have to think. But, you know, they should be asking, as should you, is why did that say go up? You know, you should know, and you eventually know, so you don't have to have an arrow tell you which way to go. And also, they won't always be right. Here's a case. Buy-sell. Buy-sell oscillator is never as right as the MACD. Average-wise, there's a mathematical breakdown of it on the $1 Million Margin Club in the Toolbox series. If you want to read about how these work, it actually has the formula on the Toolbox series on the $1 Million Margin Club's channel. There's a free indicator over there. You should get that. It's totally free. And then buy all their others while you're there. They give it away free, so you go there and then hopefully buy some of the books they have, which are really the best books, I think. And then I'm a walking commercial for them. It is their brand ambassador. So we're right at the magnet here. And volume increased as it was going down. So we expect it to go down more. Remember what I say on the volume increasing, it's like you're on this wave and it's cresting, and then you want to ride it, as it breaks for a short period of time before you hit the rocks. Unless you're going short, then maybe you want to hit the rocks. So it already did its move down a little bit more because it was up in here. Yeah, why didn't I pick that up actually? Yeah, I'm going to actually go into that, guys, because I think it might still go down more, but I'll add to it. I just don't want to miss it in case it doesn't go down and comes right back. So it made a lower low, which means we'd expect it to go down here, or lower high, I mean. So we expect it to go, it might make a lower low, and then I'll, coming from swing trading, I work my way into the position. These are much lower numbers, much more manageable to deal with until they're not. It looked like it might have turned around. That's the 9 and the 20. So I got in before the level that really I should have tried to get in. That's only 20 cents. It's almost stupid to add to that. It's just too close to the other position. I'm going to smooth the level down here just in case I have to. That would be like at 41. MACD's sending it down, not a good sign. And I see volume coming in below the magnet, so that's also going to send it down. So I'm actually, I don't want to try to go for a lot of profit if I have a chance here to get out, because the data is sending it down right now further, stronger than I wanted it to be. So adding was an idea, but now I'm not real thrilled about it. I was actually looking for a faster stock, and I ended up with a slower stock. But we hadn't done Hood, so for a while. I used to trade this a lot when it was around $100 even. Oh. That is a price level based on what? I'm not sure. Oh, I just smoothed that out. Okay. Wow, see how that actually was respected? Weird, huh? That's just kind of a smooth level. I might just take a lesser loss here. It'll ruin my average, though. I'm 100% on the trades right now, so should I worry about that? Probably not. I'll just take a small trade here. I kind of want to go back to see if Tesla is still doing its thing here. 406. That's kind of where it was, right? So its volume just increased on it, going which way? Up. Oh, man, look at how it respected that ATR, guys. So this is just calling to be traded here. So its high is at 409. The ATR is at 405. It was supposed to be bearish. I thought it was going to go up based on the price mostly, that it's a pretty good deal from where it had been. Fairly recently. Let's go back down to 25 shares of this, because I remember getting scared over here. We already have a winning day, so we don't want to do anything to ruin it. If you've made your goal, you should stop. That's one of the rules you should have. If you made your goal, stop. Go on about your day. We have, I have a few more minutes to trade before I have to get ready for the next session. And that would mean that we're green since I came back every day. And we're on our way to well, I'm going to be gone for a week, 10 days. So I don't know. I'd like to still get us to 2 or 3K, so we'll see. Let's watch this magnet activity here. It's even push from it, so it's just going to draw right to it right now because you can see that the price action is right on either side almost evenly. Okay, it pulled it up. And it went up with it like a springboard. It's a long way from passing that volume, though. You can see here. Short biased. If we get up here, there's 48. They're going to reject off the 48 even dollar. Now, normally you will see me trade with 500 shares or something, so it's a lot more exciting on those. You can watch some of those demonstration videos to see the possibilities of $15,000 in 30 minutes. But man, it's not for the faint of heart, and it's just showing you the possibilities in a perfect world of how it could happen for traders. So you need to be very, very careful when you try to emulate that trading style. I have many, many, many years of experience doing that kind of stuff, so, and commentating it, you know. But being a professional quarterback, somebody that calls trades for people, there's no really such thing as a professional quarterback because that would mean you're licensed to give advice. So what you're professional at is calling out what you see and what you're going to do. Everybody is responsible for their own trades. So Rickshaw Man here. Reversal sign off the 408 already showing. Buy sell oscillators. Oh, see, but look this come in. See the creeping enemy. Oh, it faded off fast. Boom, it went down. Okay, I was going to say like that could have pushed it up. I should have gone off the 408, guys. There was already a recoil there, right? 40-cent recoil. Boom. Yeah, I'm very low share size because I want to make sure we keep what we have today, guys. So if you're trying to emulate, careful with this stock. Oh, that was 14 minutes that went by very quickly. Even Tesla's moving slow. Jeez. AMD kind of stopped around 205 now. MU's up, still just up $4. Apple's up $2 now. Nvidia's up $5. Amazon's up $2. Started going down. I guess it already made its correction. Ooh. I want to make sure I get in. So 64, not ideal, but it's not where I really wanted it, but I wanted to get in the trade because it looked like it was about to go straight down. So now that was the volume sending it up. I understand that, but I'm looking for a recoil on that. So let's hope I get it and I didn't make a foolish move here because it looks like it's going to keep going higher. This is why 25 shares is not so painful now. So it keeps making a higher high. So we needed to reject up here. Getting ready to add up to 50 shares. Looking for a recoil. I want to get it, if I do, I want to get it to where I'm closer to 409 in my position. Because that's very doable to make money on. It's getting closer to $1 off my position there. I don't like to see that. Here it comes down now. Now it might just go really floor down here, so let's see. I'm at 64 cents, so I'm looking at the bid here. Had I added up here, I would have been out for a profitable trade already. Getting closer to my position there. It's banging down. Here we go. Bigger move. Let's do a bigger move, and we'll take that. 34 bucks there. So now we've got, yay, 168. Okay, guys. Okay, guys, I'm trading a little bit longer, putting this on the end of the recap video. It's not on the stream anymore. For those of you that wanted to wait around to see, I'm going to try to get a little bit more because of the because I'm leaving. So I'm going to try to cushion things a little bit more. I'm staying on Tesla. I'm liking the look of it to trade it. So we're looking for a high. I'm going to go ahead and get in there. 50 cents. It's going to hurt me here. So basically doing the same style of recap, maybe a little riskier moves here so I can get some stuff faster. So we'll see if it creeps up high enough. I'll add to my position. I'd like to see it closer to 410 before I do that though. There it goes. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so now I got 100 shares. So now we're risky. Now we're risking it. We got the big play going here. So let's wait for a big recoil and have some decent money. Here she's coming down. Recoiling. The longer it takes, the scarier it is. Bigger move down, please. There was $13 at best. We'll try to take that. Oh, that wasn't very much. What is that at 71? Oh, that was only like 9 cents. Oh, whatever. Okay. We upped the share size. Oh, why is it freezing? Don't freeze on me. Come on. So we're over $200 now. So if I keep to the, which I am going to do, really Tesla can only be 100 shares. I can only average in once. And I'm doing a short biased on this based on the news, so meaning I want to short off of its highs. Get up around 410 again, maybe a little higher. Take another short, wait for a recoil. There's 1012. It was all the way up to 1031, as you can see. So let's see, is our volume about to break that? No, not even close. All right, so this isn't that big of a move up here. Yeah, I should have taken that. Darn. I looked over here too. The microphone was blocking me from seeing this, the bar here, or I would have taken that short. Basically based on how far we were away from passing the volume from the last candle. It wasn't a strong move up. So a better chance of a recoil is why I was saying that. So don't want to get caught in buying here because this could really flush. I think it's a chance of it going down fast or a lot greater than a chance of it going up fast. That's the way I feel about playing in a biased, short biased. So breaking 410 again. Not by much, but a little. What's our speed here? Yeah, it could potentially break this could be a bigger move. So let's wait a second. This could be a bigger move up. There's a hangman right next to it, which is a reversal sign. That's a kind of strong here. But I was looking at this volume. Is it going to pass the 173 as it goes up? Oh. Got out. Okay. I was trying to get it into 30. There we go. Wow, 51. I really like that position. So it's going to fade off to 50 cent. It really should. So let's get a bigger trade. There we go. That's a decent trade if I get it. It's not picking me up, but let's give it a second longer to recoil. There we go. So now we had a fairly decent for 50 shares. That wasn't bad. Yeah, I captured that 2 cents from this high. So that was outstanding. Of course, Could have gone higher. But I do not, as tempting as this is, I don't want to go long, assuming it's going to go back up. I'd rather just keep looking for the short opportunities. Obviously, I could have made a lot more money if I stayed in that trade. But would it have really gone that way if I was in the trade? Or would the puppet master have tortured me? Got a cat up here amusing me. We have studio cats. She seems to have found this area as her favorite. I put a blanket here, and I think that made all the difference. I need a muse when I need all the help I can get. Here we go again. Can I break the 50 cent now? I'm looking over here on the ask. It's 38, 40, 49. Wow. Do a big punch past 50. Come on. Ah, it faded again. Yeah, I already had a recoil opportunity there. Ah, that would have been a good one, huh? Another 25 bucks. Lost. Now I could go to the 100, the full for this account, but I like the idea of being able to add to it if I get it wrong. You know, one more opportunity, which is a risky way to trade. You know. Oh, nice, huh? Look at that go. I'll take it. I get it. I got it at 83. Wow. That's going to be a good trade, I think. Let's see. Let's see it recoil here. That went up so strong that it kind of was a little scary, but we'll see. What goes up must come down, right, Tesla? No, don't do that. What are you doing? Making a big move. Training its AI technology in China. 1026 story I did not read. I don't really see how that's an upward move from that. Come on, you did your rise. Now fade. Come on, break off of it. No. Don't keep staying up there, because then you get used to it up there. We don't want you getting used to it up there. You got to do, there you go. There's a move down. Keep going. Punch it down. Punch it down. There we go. That's enough. Good. That was enough for me. Don't want to get greedy. So it's continuing to retrace. You know, there's really the most I would like to go for on these targets. It's about to break. This is a 10, these come in automatically at $10, these half and whole. But I'm not going to readjust it because it'll change it for all the stocks then. You can go inside here and you can, on the half and whole dollar, if you own it, if you didn't know this, you can go in here and you can change the price that you want it to come in at. It always comes in at the open. But once you do that, it stays there. You have to zero it out for the other stocks to read it correctly. So, man, it is definitely sucking me in to go long here, huh? Man, I don't know. I keep saying don't do it, but man, time after time it bumps and then goes up. So I'm missing half the trades here. I'd want to see it at 410, and I'll try it. It was down there a minute ago, but now it's MACD sending it down. I mean, 410 could be the number for a full rejection, you know, and then suddenly I'm going long. There it goes. Now it's going further. All right. Sucked me in. Let's see. Of course, it makes its biggest move down in a while because I'm in the trade. Go back up there. That's why I did this. I'll just take that. Take a little trade. Just a little trade. Go back. Come on. Recoil up there. It's taking too long, guys. I don't like it. You know, if I sell market, it'll slip into the red for me. There we go. I think I got 18 out of that. That was better. Starting the other session in just a minute. I wanted to get this done. I have to do another video as part of it, so 263. Well, that helps a little bit. Yeah, it definitely helps us a little bit, and for the month, you know. Hey guys, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for watching the recap. We ended up with 263 today, trying to pad it a bit for the month since I will be leaving. Remember, the link on this video shows you how to get all these cool indicators that help me trade. It makes a vast difference. And then I have links to other books and stuff like that. But don't forget to watch the archive videos if you're trying to learn how to scalp. This is the Scalp and Recoil. I hope you guys did good today if you traded along with me. And I will see you next week. So go green out there, guys.